What's happening, y'all? We are back. It is episode 9 of the Black Boy Content Club podcast. Here, we appreciate all y'all that's been rocking. We know it was a week off, but it was the Super Bowl week, man. We was trying to figure out ways to finagle to record, and we couldn't get it happening at all during the weekend. We'll talk more about it. But as y'all know, I'm one of your 3 hosts, the resident supervillain, Mr. J. Washington. I got my bros over here. You already know, y'all do this yourself.
Hey, it's your boy, the resident supervillain, Moses Primm, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here. Primm Set Cinema. Stomp the Yard videos dropping today. Well, it should be up already. So y'all go and check that shit out, man. It is hilarious. I made it myself.
What's happening? It's your resident supervillain, the Dark Attack. You got Chris Burns in the building holding it down. You know,
Well,
ready to give y'all this barbershop talk for nerds. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, did you really do both shows? Yo, you wow, both shows. I appreciate it. Thank you for the love unintentionally. Man, like I said, we was off last week.
Hell yeah.
You know, Super Bowl, we were trying to
They can forgive us, man. Super Bowl is a black holiday.
It's a holiday.
If it was, it's a holiday for thoughts and black people.
You know what the holiday should be? The day after.
Yeah.
The holiday should literally be the day after.
You think
because
so?
Think about this. The majority of people who go to Super Bowl parties, who don't give a fuck about the game, who just get fucked up, they still got to go to work Monday morning.
Sure.
And so they're hungover, they're not as productive, all these things. So why not make it a holiday across the board? This way you can spare yourself a lack in productivity, because you're not going to tell your employees, yo, y'all got to be responsible at your Super Bowl party. The most responsible you got to be is don't die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I've heard that a lot, and I started thinking about it like, yeah.
But it's because it's mainly a holiday for thoughts is probably why. Like, you can't really justify
but a lot
that.
of there's a lot of CEO thoughts.
Yeah, like the NFL's like a private corporation. You can't give them like their own national holiday.
Nigga, they get 118 million viewers at minimum for the Super Bowl, which is half of the population of this country.
More people watch Rihanna's shit
than the Super Bowl itself. Matter of fact, let's do that real quick, because y'all already know, if you watching or you looked at the titles, we gonna talk Antman and the Wasp: Quantumania. We gonna talk The Flash. We gonna talk a whole bunch more. What'd you think of Rihanna's performance?
You want to go first, Primm?
You know, I'm not like big into like theatrics or whatever. Like I much prefer like just studio music, you know what I mean? Like I'm not crazy about live performances. But I thought this shit was cool. I thought the raising platforms and all that shit. I thought she was sexy. I thought, you know what I mean? I thought it did its job. Was it supposed to be bigger than that? Like were people expecting Eminem and Dr. Dre level shit?
I think that's the thing too. You know, she kept telling people surprise guests, and she did technically.
Did she say surprise?
She said she was gonna have a surprise guest with her, but she technically did, because she announced her pregnancy.
That's right.
That's funny as hell.
She announced her pregnancy.
That's
that's cool.
shit.
Yeah, that's cool.
I enjoyed all the memes of like her set looking like it was Donkey Kong and shit.
Oh yeah,
that's funny. It did like a Super Mario level.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if she's pregnant, what more do people really need from that performance? You know what I mean? She shook a little ass. That's all we really needed.
I want to bring that up
What's
too.
the child labor laws?
Yeah, right.
Got the kid up there on the fucking platform. See
more child labor. Dude, some of the memes about her baby in the womb is crazy. But here's the thing too. You brought up a good point. Her being pregnant, right?
Yeah.
People were sitting there going, I saw a lot of people, primarily dudes, going, well, she shouldn't have took it if she was pregnant and she couldn't do it. And I was reading those comments and I was responding to some people like, so wait, then the response would have been, if she wouldn't have done it, what, you can't work when you pregnant? Because it was a no-win situation for her with that. You know what I'm saying? With the pregnancy. For me, I dug the performance. Rihanna's not a Beyonce level performer.
Yeah, she's never been known for that.
She's never been known for that. So why people, it's the Super Bowl. Why do you expect her to do something outside of her norm?
Right.
Well, what more could she have done? Was it just more extra guests or like more platforms? Or
I think people feel like, for me, I dug it, right? I didn't have a problem with it. I needed Rihanna to perform Rihanna's hits, which she did, right? I didn't need to see Rihanna with featuring this. Yes, she has a bunch of songs that feature a bunch of people, but I tweeted about this. I said, yo, if Rihanna would have brought out a bunch of guests, then what would the conversation have been? That she can't do it on her own. Yeah. Because you know how some people are.
Also, like, you know, when you black and you performing for free, you ain't giving, you know what I mean, a whole ass 90 to 100% of effort.
Yeah, I will say this, Rihanna did the most gangster move ever in the whole concert. That was the most subtle shit ever. pulled out the Fenty pack and had redo her
That's
makeup.
right. That's
the most
right.
subtle gangster shit ever. You forget, I'm a billionaire for this.
Yeah, you run the commercial. That's what she did.
I just ran
I
a
respected
I
it.
ran
Yeah.
a commercial without running a commercial.
Yeah, that shit hard.
So yeah, I just wanted to make sure we got that.
I mean,
out
the best performer in that family is ASAP Rocky's sperm, bro, because that shit don't miss, nigga. I mean, he couldn't even wait. Because what does the doctor say? You supposed to wait how long?
Nah,
They say this nigga had a New Year's Eve celebration countdown.
Yeah, he didn't fucking wait at all. He was just raw dog in there, like as soon as it became available.
But we talk about that like a lot of times. Some people want to make sure they got what they can claim.
Yeah.
And now look.
Yeah, because he was like crushing on her for decades.
He's been crushing on decades. He was like, I got her.
Bro, yeah, and people like trying to criticize him because of that magazine cover where he's like standing behind her and holding
hate, but with that one.
What's effeminate about being in a heterosexual relationship with Rihanna?
That's always, that's always.
Holding your child.
Yeah.
And then people sitting there going, I saw comments on Twitter, Instagram, and all this. Oh, look at this. They trying to demasculate him and emasculate him. I'm
if my chick is a billionaire, she walking in front of me for
but
show.
Also, the article is about her.
Yeah.
It's the Vogue cover, y'all. It's the Rihanna Reborn. And she even retweeted and said, little did I know, the second baby, she was pregnant when she did this.
Yeah.
She didn't know it. But it's like
ASAP knew it.
You see the title? wait, y'all see the title at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
What does it say? Rihanna Reborn.
Right.
So who would be in the front of this damn?
I mean, everything is going to generate random negativity and shit. Like you might as well not even.
Right. He playing his position, and that's what
like,
you're supposed to do in that scenario,
yeah,
bro.
Lit.
You a boss because of what you've accomplished. You don't got to be all up in the.
Have y'all watched Rap Shit?
Rap Shit
on HBO Max.
Guest starring Jay White coming up soon. Jay White.
You forgot his nigga name.
That's a whole other name. I know he's on going another program on USA or Fox. But no, on Rap Shit, there's an episode with one of the main girls. Her partner, her group partner, and her boyfriend are at a Spotify party in New York.
Yeah.
And at one point, she asking her guy, yo, can you take some pictures for me? Dude is shitty because he like, oh, I ain't supposed to be here just taking pictures for you. You just wanted me here for that. So then they argue about it. Go home. She says, yo, I've been supporting you for 3 years. I've been your cheerleader for 3 years. You couldn't be mine for 3 hours.
Right.
So it's similar. You got ASAP Rocky. I'm going to be your cheerleader.
Yeah.
I'm going to be your cheerleader. Not just, fuck the fact you got a Billy. Like you said, Primm, he been wanting her. Mm-hmm. They were together at one point when they were younger. And then they got to double back around.
Like I said, you got to play your position, man. He don't got an album coming out. Like,
I think most people see that they're moving right. So
absolutely.
Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them.
Oh, look, yeah, absolutely. Jay, in case you're wondering some of the past work of Mr. J.
There's a lot on there.
This nigga a superstar.
I mean, we're trying.
Oh, speaking of which, Superstar got his motherfucking blue check mark. Oh, y'all God. Believe that? Make sure y'all follow Mr. J. Washington
on Instagram.
And
like,
everything.
This is the legit check mark you got. This ain't like the Twitter one where you got to pay $11.99.
You saw they announced that Instagram was gonna start charging.
I saw that it was gonna be Facebook first. I know it's the same company.
I know
it's the same company.
It coming.
Look, I got my legacy check. I'm right there. There it go right there. I got my legacy check mark right there. So it's crazy for me because I was telling Primm before we started recording, the biggest thing is not just the quote unquote validity that comes behind it. I wanted to know, what does it really do?
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things. So it pushes up any post you make.
It gets hoes.
Hey, what's up, shorty? Follow me on Instagram. Oh my God, you verified? Yeah. Because
I don't think she would say that.
I don't know.
She would be mildly impressed.
Bro, there's some motherfuckers out here that have like 10 times the amount of followers I have and aren't verified.
Not verified, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, it pushes you up in the algorithm. It makes people see you. Yeah. When I comment on shit, as long as anybody that comments with a blue check mark, it's up top.
Right.
So again, the visibility. So I'm like, okay, it does have its perks aside the, credibility aspect behind it. Like this ain't the Twitter one where anybody now, motherfucker that just got 37 followers, now they verified.
Yeah.
You're like, what did you do? I spent $11 on my app store. So other than that, I'm happy for it, man. I just want to keep using things like that to keep uplifting, moving forward, just like this. Mm-hmm. We got some dope shit. Matter of fact, shouts out to everybody who's been following us on the new podcast, BBC Club Pod. We put up 3 clips already. And for only having 40-something followers, just growing it,
50, baby. We hit the
Oh,
landmark
yeah.
50 today.
Instagram
we
followers,
50?
baby.
Oh,
50
shit.
We
Instagram.
official in this motherfucker.
But
Like
look,
referee with
even
a
being at
whistle.
50 though, for 50 followers,
Yeah.
each clip we put up has hit at least 13,000
Yeah,
views.
it's going crazy out
It's
here.
going crazy in the streets, man. So we appreciate all y'all.
Yeah,
Shouts
yeah,
out
yeah.
Jermaine Jackson's hair.
We love you,
all
yeah.
that.
For Uzi versus Us Fit. For
And
Jermaine Jackson.
Lisa Kudrow is Phoebe.
Yeah.
But let's get into what the main topic is this weekend.
Yes.
We are officially in phase 5 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania dropped. We knew we were officially getting Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror. We saw him in Loki season 1 as He Who Remains.
Yep.
Told you in that show, like, yo, if you think I'm bad, wait till you see my variants. Everybody was wondering what was going to happen with Evangeline Lilly, because not just the vax stance, she was out there January 6th. Granted, the movie had been filmed, all this, that, and the third. But before we
She stormed the Capitol?
she was there.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Who is this?
Evangeline Lilly, the Wasp.
Oh, man.
She was there.
Damn.
She looked like she was there.
Yeah, she definitely. But let's do overall thoughts on the movie.
So we doing spoiler warning on this?
Yeah, hell yeah. Spoiler warning.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. We gonna
It's
look,
old
there's
now.
no way we're gonna do this. Hey, this
Yeah.
is the spoiler review. No.
Shout out to Moses Primm on the time codes so that you know when to
Shouts out Primm on that.
hide your viewing if you ain't seen the movie yet.
Yeah. If you care, you know what it is. You've seen the movie
Yeah,
already.
if you've seen one Marvel movie, spoiler alert, everything's gonna be fine at the end of the
these
movie.
niggas chilling.
Hold on,
They
first of
chilling,
all,
bro.
I don't think anybody knew that when I will go back to one in particular, Infinity War. Niggas didn't know at the end when you like everything gonna be fine.
Right,
Well, because
Hey,
that's my problem with Ant-Man, and that's my problem with the Marvel thing as going forward and shit. Because they kind of dug themselves into a hole where they're like bringing people back to life and shit, and
Sure.
there's like no fucking stakes at all, at
But-
this point. And then,
But let's before we go into that part, because
Okay.
I'm gonna respond to that. Your thoughts, Chris,
Oh, on Ant-Man in general.
and in general with the movie.
I enjoyed myself. I don't have high expectations for Ant-Man movies.
yeah,
I'm
He's
just
an ant,
like,
you're
it's
right.
the first two movies are very low stakes in the grand scheme of things. It's like they're heist movies essentially. And that's kind of what I like most about Marvel movies, that they're not there's no such thing as a superhero movie. They're like,
Right.
DC keeps trying to do that, like, oh, we're making superhero movies. It's like, no, you make a movie
That has
superheroes in
superheroes.
it. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what Ant-Man's been, a like heist movie. So I'm just like, okay, there's not much to it. Now, I bumped up against certain elements of the plot, but they weren't distracting enough to make me like really dislike it. Because like I said, I'm not expecting much. They did a whole ass Star Wars in this movie.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, it was definitely
It's the
fake ass
best
Star Wars.
It's the
Yeah.
best Star Wars movie Marvel has ever made.
But also, I was kind of expecting. This is like the first movie of Phase 5. I was kind
Yeah.
of expecting a lot.
Yeah, where were you?
Was I fucked up and expecting a lot?
When it
I'm
said
waiting.
Ant-Man,
Because I was almost expecting like a refresher, kind of. You know what I mean? Like a.
But Phase 5 is just Act 2 of the whole 3-act story.
Well, yeah, I mean, but you getting a whole bunch of new Avengers, and you getting a whole bunch of
But
new
what
stuff.
new Avengers
like,
did we get in this?
I mean, you know what I'm saying.
I get
though.
what you're
I'm
saying.
like, Phase 5 just looks like it's going to be more of the same, and it's not.
I'll say my thought. I'll say my thought. Go ahead and say how you felt about the movie. Clearly, let us know.
I mean, I was having fun with it. I just like the movie was about Janet, the old lady, Quantumania or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that shit was not about Ant-Man. He was barely in it. His daughter was in it more than he was. The daughter was super annoying. She's like fucking, oh, you ain't saved the world in like 2 years, bro.
Right.
I'm out here feeding homeless people. Like I just
how many times do I have to save the world?
Yeah, like, I think-
I gotta keep doing this shit just to remind you.
Goddamn.
yeah, I think it was weird that all those the boring side characters kind of got so much shine in here.
Yes.
What's the old guy? Michael Douglas? Shout out Michael Douglas.
Hank Pym.
Yeah, he was cool. I liked him, but that shit was just
Is a lot of people
It
have
was
been
not-
complaining about that in this era of Marvel. Like the main hero, it seems a bit sidelined.
well, and I
It
was
ain't
even
on
like
shit.
I was even okay with that if it was gonna be like, this is like Kang's origin story or whatever. But like so Kang's origin is so heavily tied to this old lady or whatever. Well, she's like the Wasp or whatever, right? She was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the former
She was the
Wasp,
first
I
Wasp.
guess. All right. It makes it a little cooler, but like she could have used a costume or something.
But you got to
know
remember
what
when
I
you
mean?
say
Like,
Ant-Man and the Wasp, there are two Ant-Man and
Yeah,
Wasp.
there was two Ant-Man and Wasp. Yeah, I think she probably needed a superhero costume. That's probably would have.
I don't know if her old ass. I don't know if like age.
This Karen
physics
lady walking around the fucking a green screen.
I don't know if age physics can sit there and shrink and grow and all that without it killing.
That's what CGI do, bro.
But no, I'm saying like in the theory. But so go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, no, that's just my. I don't want to tear into it too much because y'all niggas loved it. Y'all was
let me
holding hands.
No. Let me say this. I didn't love it. I liked it because it's an Ant-Man movie. I expected an Ant-Man movie because also
Quantumania.
People keep forgetting.
Kang the Conqueror.
Bro, calm down. Because people also keep forgetting that in our lifetime, we have had 3 fucking Ant-Man movies. Nobody ever thought you would ever say that.
Never.
We've had 3 Ant-Man movies, right?
Yeah.
This movie did what it was supposed to do on several levels. Number one, I liked it because we finally saw the quantum realm, something we've been talking about since the first Ant-Man movie, right? Number 2, Jonathan Majors is a goddamn beast.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
He was the first villain that I was like, yeah, nigga.
I think I'm a Thanos fan. Everybody know me. I fuck with Thanos heavy. I like him more.
Kang would thrash Thanos.
Because this mog was so evil and menacing, but calm the whole fucking time.
Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, Kang was dope. I fuck with that.
The civilization, I get it because it's always been said the microverses, whether we talk in real life or fiction, have worlds within them. Yeah. And so even Hank saying, I've studied the quantum realm for decades, I've never seen this. And Jenna said, you didn't go far enough. Yeah. So I got what I was supposed to get. What I wanted to get, I didn't get. I just didn't get nobody dying. Because I felt that this movie, because it was the last Ant-Man movie, I felt we were getting somebody dying. But then I found out some shit changed from one of my buddies that work at Marvel Studios. But that's
Who was gonna die?
Huh?
Who was gonna die?
Well, it wasn't even gonna die. Yeah, it wasn't even gonna die. They were supposed to stay. If you've seen it, Scott and Hope were supposed to stay stuck in the
I noticed that. Like at
they were
the
supposed
end,
to stay stuck.
It was clear that they were supposed to get trapped there, and then they all of a sudden just get pulled back out.
They
and
were
I was like,
supposed to be stuck.
What? That had to be a reshoot.
Yeah, that was supposed to be stuck.
Yeah.
But it's also because of what they want, what Paul Rudd and Evangeline Lilly want to do. They would rather just pop up in films instead of having to do a whole nother movie again. Yeah. Because again, you know what? You're older. I get it. People forget it's at least 2 years of your life doing movies on this scale. Sure. Because it's heavily CGI'd, all this shit. So they want to be able to say, I can pop up in a Captain America hypothetically. I can pop up in a future Hawkeye hypothetically. Yeah. It's cool with them doing that because it doesn't take as much work.
Also it's kind of similar to how Ant-Man returns in Endgame also.
Yeah,
like
he was trapped wasn't he stuck somewhere already?
And the rat is the truest hero.
So
right.
He is
no, he wasn't. But no, he was stuck. If a rat don't walk across the keyboard in Endgame,
yeah, he's the hero of the universe.
A rat is the hero of the universe.
Master Splinter saved us all, bro.
Literally.
Shout out to that rat, bro. So what is the next Marvel movie? What is this setting up?
The Marvels.
Oh,
is Kang going to be in that?
We might get a variant of him seen. Because that's the big thing about the post-credit scene. Because Kang kept talking in the movie. They exiled me. They banned me, all this. Right. They thought I was too much. And they, of course, if you know the comics, is the Council of Kangs.
Is that was always a thing?
That's always been a thing.
They're not ripping off Rick and Morty?
Rick and Morty is ripping off them.
Okay, that's what I know. Right.
Which, by the way, the writer of the movie, Jeff Loveness, is known for writing Rick and Morty.
Right. That's hilarious.
That's why if you pay attention, if you know Rick and Morty, some of the things that happen in that movie, you're like, I get it. Yeah. That's some Rick and Morty shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of this shit is
the
some
drink
Rick
the
and Morty
goo,
shit.
the drink the goo, all that shit.
Shit.
That's Rick and Morty type shit. But you have this dude who we see he's been exiled by this other group, but he's telling the story. And as we found out, he's a liar. So he's an unreliable narrator. We don't know if they just was like, bro, you trying to take over everybody or you trying to do something wild. We don't know. Because the worst Kang is the one we see in the post-credit scene. Is Immortus, the nigga that looked like David Lopan from Big Trouble in Little China. That's the worst Kang of them all. But like I said, I think we got an Ant-Man movie, y'all. You know, and I hear everybody has this expectation after what the Infinity Saga was. Right. But I think we don't, as the viewing public, haven't taken in consideration Marvel's telling the new story again. So now they have to build from the ground up. Granted, yes, phase 4, we got more quantity over quality. I will admit that. When you got this influx of shows and shit, some of them you didn't need. But it's a new story being told.
I feel you. I mean,
is it though? Just because they had weird creatures. I like the weird creatures, but it wasn't a new story.
I'm talking about the story as but Ant-Man is just.
This is the beginning of the new story.
No, it's the act 2. No, because the beginning was phase 4. This is the second act. Phase 5 is the second act of a 3-act movie. The third act begins with Deadpool 3.
Right.
Okay.
As speaking of the MCU as a whole, I think the problem so far with this new story is that they're spending too much energy introducing new characters that we don't really care about that much. And again, the sidelining of the people that we have fallen in love with. Now, granted, contracts come up. People don't want to pay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The new Avengers are looking kind of mid so far.
That's the main problem.
Let me ask you this question.
That's the main problem.
Let me ask you this question. Did you immediately fall in love with Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans? Robert Downey Jr. is his own monster.
But the whole thing is, at least those are the Avengers. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about. Did you
initially? Because with just like the new ones, again, they're starting the story over again.
But again, I've said this before.
They made
they got lucky.
Yeah, bringing the X-Men
with Guardians of the Galaxy. They took some C-list characters and turned them into A-list characters. You can't just do that for every character. Producer Yo just brought it up. They have the fucking X-Men. Bring them up.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. I want something new. I want something new.
I'm finna be mad at you niggas. I'm mad at everybody that says this shit with this. And it ain't just y'all. I've got everywhere. I know, we all know they got the X-Men, right? We know the motherfucking X-Men are coming. We've heard the word mutant officially thanks to Namor, right?
But in weak ass...
Shut the fuck up.
No. Dude, I don't want to see it in weak ass Ms. Marvel. Like,
no.
Give me
I'm saying,
fucking an X-Men.
No, my problem is you got to shoehorn the X-Men. If you trying to bring them in now, you shoehorning them into the story.
Nah, you don't. Really. Not really. Yeah, you just start... Just the way they're
X-Men movie.
Introducing us to these new characters, do it with the X-Men.
Now, they're great. If it's one thing they can do, they can incorporate characters and shit.
Yeah.
They can mix characters. It's not going to be a problem.
I think a Disney Plus show
Iron
to introduce that.
Spider-Man were homeboys and shit.
That's true, which is the weirdest shit ever. I think a Disney Plus X-Men show works best to introduce all the characters instead of trying to, again, flush them into one movie.
But you don't even have to do that.
I think the Disney Plus shit is kind of slowing down. I think they might.
They're about to. They already said
not do that.
They're going to pull back. But I'm just saying, I'm using that as an example. But it's like,
look, the same way you brought in like Ironheart in Wakanda Forever. That could have just as easily been Storm.
Yeah,
that could have. You know what I'm saying? You could do little shits like that to where you're slowly putting the pieces together, and then when the X-Men movie happens,
no, I hear you on that.
It all comes together.
But you got to remember, the plotting of this movie happens before the rights are acquired.
Yeah.
So when you make this movie, when you're putting this movie together, you can't put Storm in because you don't have the rights to Storm.
Yeah, all logistic things in consideration.
I don't necessarily need the X-Men and Antman Quantumania. I just needed less Janet. I think that's what it was.
Going back to the movie we were reviewing, some specific shit I did bump up against. So the entire plot is basically predicated on this old chick not telling these niggas that the most dangerous nigga in the world is somehow in this universe.
I could have swore they were like, didn't he go to the quantum?
At one point, he was stuck there. Okay. Janet saves them right in the first one, right? That's how they get her out.
Yeah, she didn't seem like.
And then and then they have to deal with Thanos.
No, they don't get her out until the second one.
To the second one?
Yeah, they don't get Janet out the quantum.
Oh, that's right.
They don't get her out.
So they get her out in the second one. Then they all deal with Thanos. She ain't have no thought to be like, hey, someone much worse than Thanos is trapped up in this bitch.
Technically, she doesn't, though.
What?
She doesn't really deal with it. Think about it. In Infinity War, Scott is a part of being. We found out after Ant-Man and the Wasp that he got snapped. Right, he's in the quantum realm. So Hope, Janet, all of them.
They got snapped.
They're all gone. Right. Sure. Endgame, Scott comes out. Everybody's gone.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody's still gone. The snap to bring people back hasn't happened yet.
Right.
When the snap happens that Hulk does to bring people back, only Hope is there to fight. You don't see Janet or Hank.
Right, but
you don't. No.
Would the history books be like, hey, nigga, 5 years, everybody was gone because of this purple grimace looking nigga?
Yeah, but they're finding that out. But again, remember, the way the movie goes, as soon as the snap happens, there's this fight with the original Trinity versus Thanos.
Yes.
All of a sudden, when Cap feel like he got his ass beat down on your left, now they coming back through portals.
I get it.
Right? But so I get what you're saying to be like, why can't you bring this up then? But it's like, there is the only time you see them in that movie is at the funeral.
No doubt. But they're aware of everything that's happened. Like if Primm, if someone, you know, beat your cousin's ass and you know there's a much worse nigga that might want to run a fade with him, you gonna be like, yo, just so y'all know.
Yeah, especially, I mean, it's almost irresponsible at that point. You have access to the Avengers. You can just make one phone call and be like, hey,
but here's
watch out. This is everything I know about this guy. Watch out for this nigga,
is,
you know what I mean?
He's trapped in this thing. But she knows why he's trapped.
Sure.
He can't, again, he's a threat. Yes, I hear you saying.
Time
he's
threat.
A major fucking threat because she saw his mind when she touched the ship. But the thing is, too, when she fucked up the engine and took the core and made it trapped, he can't figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
So to an extent, you really don't worry about him unless this shit gets open. She wasn't worried until Cassie started fucking with it.
But then also, the thing about the end of the movie, when Ant-Man himself is like, everything's fine, we beat him. Or did we? I didn't really see him die. Is he like she didn't have that worry at all in the years after fucking Thanos, nigga? Somebody who killed
people are trying to
billions of people.
Was she around for Thanos?
Yeah,
maybe?
she was. No, she snapped out, came back.
She was blipped back,
and then but she knows that it took place. She had no
context for Thanos, so she was like, nah.
She definitely had context. The entire universe is like, yo, niggas was gone for 5 years.
But then niggas moved.
She's like, I don't give a fuck. I was gone for fucking 30 years.
Remember, for them, it was like Scott and everybody says, for them, it was a blink.
Yeah.
It was a 1 second we're here, next minute we back is 5 years later.
Yeah, that'd have been weird as fuck.
So it doesn't. So again, everybody's finding out that there was a 5-year gap. These motherfuckers was gone.
I get it.
People moved on in life.
Say you was in a coma for all of Trump's presidency, and then you woke up. Then you woke up and be like, yo, this really wild nigga was fucking shit up out here.
And then you'd be like, wait, who the president? Joe Biden?
Yeah, and you'd be like, yo, there's somebody way worse than Trump I know about. You'd probably warn people, bro. That's all I'm saying.
That's funny.
And the second thing I bumped up against was he needs Ant-Man to go into the core and hit it with the Pym particles, right? It seemed like that nigga had way more than enough power to handle that shit himself.
He kept trying to. Clearly he couldn't.
I guess.
And remember, because he had MODOK, who is basically...
I mean, all those weird alien creatures, you can't force none of them. They don't got no way to go.
Well, I guess he needed the shit to shrink it back down. And also, that's what he didn't have.
He needed the shit to shrink him down. And also, MODOK told him he's an expert thief.
Yeah.
Remember, he knows you're a thief.
Yeah, but I think that's less important than having the shits to make it small again.
No, absolutely. No, I get it. Yeah, because she was like, because even Janet was like, he needs Pym particles.
Yeah.
Like the thing for me, I pushed against because you could see a lot of scenes where shit is put on the cutting floor. It's some shit that's cut, right? I understand seeing and learning about the civilization, fine with it. I feel like Bill Murray is irrelevant.
Yeah. He comes in and quickly
He's just somebody to dime her out. And then we find out that Janet was fucking Bill Murray. So I asked the question, you gonna tell me she was fucking him, but she ain't fuck Kang?
Yeah.
They was alone together.
Hey, I had that thought too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm like, he definitely probably smashed.
He definitely smashed. He probably took off that shirt, wiping down the thing. She was just like, oh, my dark chocolate quantum
also
Jesus.
Because he didn't, I'm like, his detachment from caring about human life so much. And that's what I mean by I actually kind of related to this nigga. Because it's like, if you time travel the way he has and seen everything, why would he give a shit about like normal life? You know what I mean? And like, oh no, you threaten our universe. He's like, yeah, that's one of trillions that you know what I mean.
Why is he doing anything? Why don't he just chill?
Hey, producer, you'll say, didn't she have dreads in too?
Oh, that makes damn.
I mean, she got her hair done.
Combed them out. Yeah.
So that's like if she went to Jamaica and came back with the cornrows. Her time with Kang was hilarious.
How Janet got her groove back in the quantum realm.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that's why right. Jonathan Majors was so calm.
He was like, I'd have been broke off every other day. Look, he'd been skeeting time skeet up in her. Like,
oh my God.
Time skeets.
That's why it took so long for them to figure out how to do the core, because they was too busy fucking.
Because you ain't gonna have this all of a sudden one day. Oh shit, I got it. He had that post nut clarity.
That's right.
That's exactly how they figured it.
That's why he was like. That's why when they was talking, he's like, "All right, let's get back to work.
Let's go and get back to work.
I get it now. I know what we need to do."
You know what? Thank you. You helped clear everything that was blocking my mind.
See, our subplot is way better than.
I mean, thinking about it now, it is basic Marvel formulaic shit. I was expecting something better, but like you guys said, it's fucking Ant-Man.
You're right.
So
right,
whatever.
There you go.
That's just the thing. I'll close it on this and just say that's the thing. It's an Ant-Man movie. Everybody acts. A lot of people in the comments on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Well, where was all the other Avengers? This is not an Avengers movie.
Also, they not.
I mean,
I
wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about there,
because they're like, "Oh, this is Kang."
I was expecting, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying when I'm.
No, I hear what you're saying, but it's like you see people going, "Oh, this is Kang. He's an Avenger level threat." Yes, but he's stuck in the place where they can deal with him at, and these other motherfuckers don't know how to. They don't even know they're there.
And they made it very clear that they can't fight him heads up. They can't. You know what I mean?
And it is kind of just a setup movie at the end of the day. You know, so I guess it did set up Kang. I like Kang. I'm looking forward to seeing Kang.
It was much worse when Doctor Strange 2 promised us Multiverse of Madness and went to one fucking place. Yeah.
That's why everybody says everything everywhere all at once is the best multiverse universe.
Yeah, that's probably why I'm so hard on that, man, because Doctor Strange 2 pissed me off so much. Was there something in between these, or was that the last?
No movies.
Yeah, right? Wakanda Forever.
Oh, yeah. But I'd be looking at the Black Panther shit like it ain't even
something else.
Connected to the shit.
So
I'm looking forward to Anthony Mackie, Captain America. I want to see what that shit looks like. Yeah, he got wings now, so that's.
He's always had wings.
I mean, he's got the shield.
I want to see Captain America directly deal with racism.
Yeah, he already did that in the show.
I mean, he did in the show. No, he needs to keep dealing with it now. He didn't have this little come to Jesus speech after the protest.
You got to fly to Charlottesville now?
Yeah, that's what I want to I want to see this mog in the middle of Alabama.
That's hilarious.
All of a sudden,
trying to save people and shit.
Trying to save people. They're like, we don't want to be saved by no
they
darky.
Got the shotgun pulled
They never really...
That's far enough.
Yeah.
That's far enough there. You and those wings, get back, boy.
Yeah, they never fully deal with that shit in comic books. Like, they'll bring them up, like issues like that sometimes, but the hero sort of acknowledges it and never fully.
Because Isaiah Bradley talked about it a lot, and Carl Lumley, who played Isaiah Bradley, he was like, "Yo, why you think they pushed me out, bro? They didn't want a black Captain America,
right?"
But then you get fucking Sam Wilson was like, "I hear y'all,"
because there was like a Thor comic where like he's in New Orleans, and then people was like, "Nigga, you the God of Thunder. Where the fuck was you at during Katrina?" It's like, "Oh shit, my bad."
he was like, "You know what? Let me go."
Oh, yeah. It's like, nigga, you could have dealt with that in 10 minutes.
Rides, bro.
Yeah.
Give your kids hammer rides. Just
pause.
Hey, look.
Yeah. No hammer rides for kids.
Have a shorty sit on Mildor and just throw it.
Yeah.
And just
nigga could have dealt with that quick.
So we want to know y'all thoughts. If you're watching on YouTube, give us your thoughts in the comments down below on Ant-Man and the Wasp. And if you're listening on the podcast, let us know what you think as well. Let's move on.
Hell yeah. Wait, what the hell did we talk about last episode?
Shit, the Grammys.
Still got too much weed next to me.
Man, bro, listen, you know how hard it is trying to focus with my shit. Like I get high with this nigga, but I'm like, hey, right now we trying to focus. We talked to Grammys.
Oh no, white sitcoms. Because I told you I've been reading the comments now. Some people brought up some classics that I forgot about. Niggas brought up the Golden Girls, which is the shit.
Yeah, Blanche was out there for the streets.
I was never in the Golden Girls.
Oh, the Golden Girls might be the best
was for the
sitcom that ever was.
It's fun.
Bro,
it's a fun.
I'm telling you. Trust. And there was
that's a funny ass premise though. They in a nursing home or something? Are they?
No, that wasn't just. It just had a house, nigga.
No,
It was a nursing home.
Nursing home is funny.
That's hilarious. Some people, I think somebody brought up Who's the Boss.
Yeah, I think we brought.
I just want to give shout outs to like people who was actually commenting on certain shit because we fuck with it. This is Primm's solo channel. There you go.
Oh, Steve Harvey biopic. Who the fuck would want to watch that?
You did, nigga.
No, thinking about it, that would be terrible.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Malcolm in the
Middle. I mean, that was your joint that you said.
Yeah.
Dead Air.
We just trying.
Frasier.
Yeah, but those are wondering why we required. We're sitting looking at the screen, looking through the comments of the YouTube, trying to figure out the shows.
We're doing it live, man.
We're doing it live.
Reading the comments.
So Golden Girl still holds up. That's that one. Money Pay Podcast. Christopher Titus. He put it all up on his YouTube. I brought up Titus. Greatest White Sitcom, Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, I mean, that's not a sitcom.
Oh, The Office. Yeah, no one said nothing about The Office before.
I think The Office is everybody knows The Office. It's just like it is what it is. Everybody hates Raymond. I don't know if you can count that.
I said everybody loves
Raymond.
Raymond. You said everybody hates Raymond.
Everybody hates Raymond. It's like black people.
Excuse me, pardon me for that one.
What happened, Raymond?
Everyone
he got
just
canceled.
hated
Raymond
him.
got canceled and shit.
Everyone
Now
just
everybody
hates
hate him
me.
and shit. But no, yeah, that was I said that one. I think
niggas is mad
yeah,
at
that
us
was
for
fine.
not doing
Married
it
with
last
Children. Yeah,
Yeah.
Primm looked like Kid Cudi from the animated movie on Netflix.
Bro, Married with Children.
Mama's Family.
Oh,
Lit.
shit.
Yo, a lot of people don't know about Mama's
Drew
Family
Carey, yeah.
with
I think we
Vicki
probably
Lawrence,
did.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different white TV shows. Did you have some more burns, or
They
would
say
you just?
Home Improvement. No, I just wanted to give a shout out to the common people who actually participate in the topics. I told you I read the comments now, so it's not just Jay.
I try to stop as much as I can. But yeah, like I said, let us know your thoughts in this episode's comments about Antman and the Wasp: Quantumania. We may read your joints on air when we do the next one. Speaking of which, the Super Bowl was last week, and with the Super Bowl, you get the commercials and trailers for movies you've been expecting. And we finally got the first trailer for The Flash.
White privilege DC
personified, bro.
That's hilarious.
Ezra Miller is a menace to fucking society.
That's correct.
Ezra
No,
Miller
I think they really just put too much money into that movie. They were like, fuck. And like,
it's over 500
and DC
million.
and Warner Bros are already like
shaky.
Yeah, they're going through
the
it.
budget is over 500 million for this movie.
They pushed it
500 million?
500 million for this movie.
Jeez.
So it's
For
all
what?
because it's their version, it's their multiverse thing. I will say I like the trailer, how it looked. And one of the beautiful things I liked about the trailer, what director Andy Muschietti did, was when you see the world engine and all that shit from Man of Steel, and you see Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne, it looks like Zack Snyder shit. It's filmed in a Snyder way. When you see the way it's done, when you see Michael Keaton's, Tim Burton's Batman, it looks like that. You heard the Burton theme.
Yeah.
So he paid homage to him and made sure you got those same feels. Because I saw some people was like, oh, it looks disjointed. It don't look the same. There's a reason it doesn't look the same.
Right.
These are different universes.
So what'd you think of the trailer overall?
I hate to say it. I'm hyped for it.
Yeah,
I'm hyped for it. Supergirl, because I don't want to ever feel like I'm giving credence to Ezra Miller. And that's the star of the fucking movie. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever want to feel like that. And I've had people in my trailer reaction review I did on YouTube was like, oh, Ezra, everybody was lying on Ezra. Ezra Miller's a motherfucker.
Well, I think, yeah, regardless of the outcome of this movie, they're firing this nigga. He's not making it to Flash 2 or shit. You know what I mean? I guarantee it.
Well, I mean, this is a restart of their
You
universe.
got to do some serious therapy, and they got to really.
Oh no,
they got to really super rebrand
right
him.
now.
But they got to really rebrand him. I mean, like, he's got to come out to the public.
Ezra Miller is in mental health therapy.
I mean, I'm sure he is.
And this is according
a
to
lot of people are.
Also, just so we can just make sure we get it for everybody.
We can't misgender.
Ezra.
Okay.
It's they, them.
They, them.
Yeah, just want to make sure we get that. You know what I'm saying? Because some people will be like, I've seen people literally say, yeah, Ezra Miller's a piece of shit, but don't misgender. I was like, I understand, but at that point, when you got somebody that's that fucking terrible,
I'm sorry to them.
Fuck them.
Both of them.
Apologize to all of them.
Yeah, right. I don't know what that is.
But you get this motherfucker has been arrested on shit, posted at a sex cult, all this. And we post a thing because they're in mental health therapy. As a dude in therapy, as a dude who has been open about mental health struggles and is an advocate for mental health, fine, that's cool.
Yeah.
But there's other criminal shit this motherfucker's doing.
Sure.
And is skating by. That's the bullshit right there. But like I said, my thoughts on the trailer, the shit looked fucking amazing. Sasha Calle as Supergirl, amazing, right? Michael Keaton Batman, old as fuck, but still great to see the suit.
Say he looked wrinkly in the motherfucker.
Ben Affleck's new suit or whatever the extra suit is, it's cool. All that shit's dope. The visuals, dope. Still, Ezra Miller, piece of shit.
Yeah, I'm curious on how all this is going to tie together. And there's two Batman and two Flashes. And
it looked like more. Is it me or was that Christian Bale's motorcycle?
That was it. No, that's what I thought.
There was a bunch of suits.
No, the Bat Pod. It looked like the Bat Pod from fucking Dark Knight.
Yeah.
That looked like the Bat. I was like,
wait a minute. He don't fuck with this type of shit.
If they do a surprise Christian Bale,
that would be crazy.
I would fucking pee on myself.
The whole rumor is Christian Bale said he will never put the suit on again if Nolan isn't involved. Right? So, because everybody was like, what if, because everybody thinks
Christopher Nolan in the suit.
Right.
Yeah,
that's fucking hysterical.
That's a whole different kind of
while
Batman
he's doing
movie.
old Oppenheimer. But what if They showed us Keaton, they showed us Zod, they showed us Supergirl, and everybody thinking they just showed us everything, but fucking Christian Bale shows up.
That'd be crazy.
That's not gonna happen. Crazy. But that would be insane, bro. It could.
He could have talked. Warner Brothers could have talked to Nolan, and Nolan could have talked to him.
It's possible
because this is gonna be like their No Way Home. This is their multiverse.
That would be fire.
This is their multiple Batman.
Yeah.
I mean, you set niggas up for disappointment.
I'm just using the not even setting them up. The possibility, I want to say. Not like, yo.
I mean, we live in that world now, where anything is possible.
The possibilities and shit. But what did you think about it, Primm? The trailer?
I thought it looked cool. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the DC movies. I think they got a lot of work to do, but I think this might turn them around. Because even like they're good ones, quote unquote, that everybody talk about, like Aquaman and Wonder Woman or whatever. I'm just not for me. You know?
I didn't like Aquaman.
I think this might be the one.
Aquaman.
I think this might be the one.
Aquaman was like, all right, we just gonna do underwater Black Panther. Cool.
Basically,
that's literally what I felt. What you think about it, Chris?
I wasn't as hyped as it seems like the majority were. I was like, yeah, all right. You know what I mean? Because they showed a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like the original teaser trailer where you see the outline of Michael Keaton's Batmobile, and then when they go to pull it off, you don't actually see it. I thought that was a better use of the trailer than literally seeing this nigga talking, literally seeing this nigga fight. Movie. You're gonna be for sure. But my thing is, trailers that usually show a lot means the movie is trash. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's going to be a long-ass movie.
But what if there's so much more we haven't seen, though?
I'm just giving you my trailer reaction.
I think there is a lot that we haven't seen.
Probably.
I said this when I recorded Mad Titan.
Yeah.
I said this about Mad Titan. I talked about them showing a lot, but I said the reason they probably did it also, we was talking about it before we started recording. This movie has been finished for over 2 years.
Right.
A movie in potential development for almost 15. So you got to get people interested in this shit again.
Sure. But then the other issue I have is DC they have a fucking Batman obsession, bro. It's just like
there's too many Batman.
They can't not do Batman shit and everything. It's like it's supposed to be Flashpoint, sort of. And okay, you see a little bit of Supergirl, then you see hella Batman. It's just like,
because I mean they're a corporation, bro.
That's the
moneymaker, bro.
You know, Batman is a 10 mil for them to use Batman. The estate has to. Bob Kane gets like 10 mil.
I get it
every time they use him, but like they also believe that nothing else, that no other character, somewhat besides Superman, will make them fucking money.
But that's been the problem with DC from the jump. They only seem to invest in Batman stuff to the point now where we have a Flash movie and it's overran by fucking Batman. You gotta. I mean, the MCU started with Iron Man. You know what I'm saying? Not even Spider-Man. Not even. They made the best of what they could with the characters they could legally use.
Right.
You have Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, the Green Lantern, Aquaman, etc., and you just keep going back to the nigga who don't got superpowers.
But I think
I mean they gave all those characters their little shine.
Sure, but it's always
gonna be
they got 3 Batmans running loose in the universe right now.
I think the thing is with this movie though.
Yeah.
And I think that no one cares about the Green Lantern.
Hey, man, relax.
I do not want to see I don't want to see Hal Jordan. I think the thing is though with the Batman, I think the reason they focused on it heavy, because they're trying to not focus on Ezra Miller as much.
That's fair.
But the problem is the movie is called
80% more Batman.
Yeah, the movie is called The Flash. Right. You know, so but it's like, hey, because when they start doing these press rounds in a few weeks, you can't put this motherfucker on the press tour.
Yeah.
You can't put this motherfucker. You gotta beg Michael Keaton to do it.
Sure.
Sasha Calle's gonna do it. You gotta hope you can maybe get a word or two out of Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
And maybe Billy Crudup out of some fucking where. But also, this movie's been done. These actors have moved on to other projects, except for Ezra Miller. So it's like, you can't put Ezra Miller on press junkets. Because what you gonna tell every fucking journalist? Don't ask about the allegations. Don't ask about the, like, so I don't care about nothing else.
You should put the nigga you put Grant Gustin from the TV show, and
I was just
then
about
he
to
be in the press conference like, I'm an alternate universe. Ezra Miller.
I was just about to bring up.
Would he be in it?
There was a strong rumor right now.
Could be.
There was a strong potential rumor going around that I've talked to a couple people, and they were like, I can't confirm it, can't deny it. As Grant Gustin may be the one to get it because the end of the Flash TV series is going to be like 2 weeks before the movie comes out.
They're going to do a crossover.
Well, they already did that.
Ezra Miller showed up on a TV show. Yeah.
Yes, he did.
I don't be watching that shit.
I just saw that part.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Crisis on Infinite Earths. They did it, episode 3. But also, Grant there's reasons why Grant don't want to do the show no more. Grant doesn't like living 6 months of his life in Vancouver.
Right.
Grant is from LA.
Nobody does.
Nobody wants to live 6 months out of his life. Because of him having to be 6 months of his life in Vancouver, he's not really able to do anything else.
Yeah.
If he's the film Flash, he can.
Right.
And we already are accustomed to him.
Sure.
Just give him the film suit.
Right.
And that's it.
I don't even like the film suit that much, bro. It looked like it just is too
It's
bulky.
a DIY.
It looked like
I like it. It's like tactical type of. I like
you
it.
like thick shit. Pause. Because the nigga said he like.
They'll be hopping.
It was the pause and before the pause. You like thick shit.
Well, because he said he liked the swole ass Ninja Turtles and
That's
the fucking
true.
scary ass. Like you like
That's true. I do.
bulky crazy shit, huh?
Well, I don't know what that is. Yeah, I mean, because that's how cartoons work.
Bro, if you want to talk crazy
Cartoons,
suits,
everybody's all
motherfucking.
like I like Buff Ben Affleck Batman or whatever.
John Wesley
he's
Shipp's
like,
90s
pause.
Flash suit.
Yes.
Look at that.
Oh
John,
yeah, this nigga was swole as shit.
Okay.
You want to talk about the bulky suit?
He's in. He's like, yeah. Oh yeah.
That shit look like veneer and shit, like a veneer Sean John.
Yeah.
Flash outfit and shit.
Velour?
I said veneer.
Veneer.
I was like, what the fuck you mean,
Uh-huh.
teeth?
Like, you talking about Diddy teeth, dolphin teeth?
That shit look like it's made out of teeth. No.
But yeah, we're excited for that. But that brings up something else that came up when we talk about DC real quick. I'm going to pull this up. So Bleeding Cool made a tweet about 8 potential superheroes we may see in the DC universe, right?
Well, didn't James Gunn come out and do a video about
He's
what's
been doing
coming out?
videos. So this is what.
Yeah.
So this is the tweet. Damn, where's the tweet at? Because there were 8 heroes in particular. I know where the fuck they
All right,
are.
make sure we go through this fast because I want to get to these who will win.
Yeah. I'm about
for
to
the
go.
culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
Black History Month.
Yeah.
We got some historical black figures.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead.
Who
We're
will
gonna get to it
win?
real quick.
We'll
I just
run
want to
some
get into this
fades.
because we've been talking about characters and we're talking about now potential new characters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I heard there's a nigga named Booster Gold. I haven't
Booster Gold has been
heard
around.
of him.
He's
But
basically
that
from the
sounds
future.
cool, yeah.
He just got a bunch of future tech, and all he does
came
he
to
makes
the past and
he
he's
makes
come
some
in
money.
stunning or
He's
whatever.
basically
That's pretty
shitty
funny.
Kang.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. How they,
But
they
he
need
no-
to,
but he
they
doesn't
need to
have
give
actual-
like smaller
yeah.
characters like that.
Yeah.
Their
Just
shot.
Shout
Kang
out to
don't have
Mark Hamill
powers
as the
either.
trickster from the 90s Flash.
What is
so
that?
these
Okay.
were the heroes. That's from the 90s Flash. You just said you love the suit.
I
That's that
didn't love
velour
that.
suit.
I don't love that.
So these are the heroes that Bleeding Cool listed.
Yeah.
Arsenal, Roy Harper, Superman, John Kent, Vixen, Mario McCabe, Tara McCobb, Green Lantern, Kyle
What are you
Rayner.
saying? Okay.
Nightwing, I'm giving the real name because they're different.
Okay.
There are multiple ones. Nightwing, Dick Grayson, Static, Virgil Hawkins, and Batgirl, Cassandra Cain.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Well,
Bleeding
none of
Cool
that.
put
Are
that
they
up.
getting their own movies?
But these are like potential, they just like, oh, can we get those? James Gunn responded and said, what about 4 of the 8? He didn't say which 4. So it's
They
easy.
definitely gonna do Static Shock.
Static
need
is
some
one.
More, they need some more black.
We already
superheroes.
know the Superman movie he's doing is Clark. So it's not John Kent, right?
Yeah.
Green
Clark?
Lantern,
What do you
Kyle
mean?
Rayner, he's not finna do him.
It's not Superman's son, Jonathan.
Yeah, John's his son.
Yeah.
Dick Grayson, Nightwing, I can see that because The Brave and the Bold has Damian Wayne.
Yeah.
And in order to get to Damian, you've had to go through Dick, Tim, and Jason.
Pause.
Pause.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pause.
What?
Pause.
Why do they hate Robin in these movies? It seems like it.
Well,
there's-
I
go ahead.
think that Chris O'Donnell was Martin. Let's call this nigga Martin. He was Robin in the fucking.
He was.
And Batman and Robin.
And I think that shit just left a bad taste in everybody's mouth, and they just
Nipple
blamed all
hey
the
man,
failure
nipple
on.
Batman era, bro.
Like, it was great
That
until
was
we
bad
brought Robin
nipples.
in.
That was
and
bad
then
nipples with George Clooney.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm like, they've never like gone for it when it comes to Robin live action, where it's like, does
He's
it
in-
just expose?
he's in
Does it just look
Titans.
too creepy?
You ever see Titans?
But yeah, even then though,
I
he's like
hated the
older
second
and
season.
shit,
Yeah, I
and
haven't
like
watched
already
any of it.
angry at Batman.
Yeah.
Well, because Titans, the whole thing first season was, let's just get this motherfucker to Nightwing.
That's what I'm saying. There's always a sprint to get Robin to be Nightwing.
Yeah, it was never
and
to
they
let him be
never
Robin.
go through the progression of the story, and they skip over what's his name, Jason Todd all the
They
time.
just have him be
now it's
enough.
like he the one who got beat to death, but we don't talk about him. And it's like, what the fuck?
But Titans did it. They showed him. They had him as Robin, be a real bit annoying.
Yeah.
You know, they had him be annoying, and then they had in the beginning of the season, I think the third season, they showed the Joker beat him to death with the crowbar.
Yeah,
which again turns him into Red Hood.
Yeah.
So we got that out of that. Tim Drake, they're building Tim Drake in this one, but granted, this is the last season of Titans anyway.
Right, but Batman isn't in Titans. He's mentioned, right?
No, he is, but
you want Batman and Robin together.
Yeah, why do we never see?
Because the story's about the Titans.
Well, and I think, like I said, once those old Batman, the '90s Batmans fizzled out, the Dark Knight and all that shit kind of made him more realistic. And like they've been taking that approach kind of ever since, and it don't really make sense to have a little kid with you out there.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I can see a little kid is shot to death instantly.
Yeah, definitely.
I get it.
I'm fading a little kid. I'm getting my crime off, bro. You're not stopping.
But I'm gonna tell you the one you're not fading. You're not fading Damian Wayne. That motherfucker was trained by assassins.
I'm fading any Robin.
You fading the Robin with a sword?
I mean, do I got a sword?
If a 7-year-old guy comes to me, I don't give a fuck how skilled he is to get his ass beat.
I gotta see what somebody else has first.
Yeah. So I guess I get it.
All right, so that's that. Primm, this is Black History Month.
Yes.
We got one more episode in Black History Month after this.
Yeah, we realized we hadn't done any specific Black History Month stuff. So
I mean, we black.
We black, but we did that specifically for February.
We talked a lot of black shit.
Yeah.
But nothing specifically for the culture. So Primm, you got the Who Will Win with some historical black figures.
Yeah, this is actually pretty terrible. This is kind of blasphemous.
Well, I thought about that as we were just
giving the
setting it
precursor
up.
like that is kind of fucked up.
Because I know one of these ain't, look, I'm telling you, I'd already kind of figured what one of these is going to be. And this was going to be
I mean, of course you know what it's going to be.
Yeah.
So right off the top, you know what it's going to be. We got Martin Luther King versus Malcolm X. I wasn't even gonna put this one because I'm like, Malcolm is fading him instantly.
No,
but Chris is like, no.
You want to just go
he's like
a Morehouse man?
No.
That's what I said.
I know
like,
that y'all wanted to go there,
bro.
but you got to think about this. MLK is from Atlanta. Niggas from Atlanta get busy.
There's soft
dog.
niggas in Atlanta.
There's
too.
soft niggas in Atlanta.
No. Even the gay niggas in Atlanta is fake. I'm telling you right now, this niggas is rowdy as the fuck. Young Thug is the fruitiest.
Bro, Malcolm X is from Harlem and was in these streets.
Yeah, he was super duper.
He was in these streets.
I get it, but you know what I'm saying?
Red was in these streets, boy.
And plus, when MLK was in college, this nigga was like in high school school age and shit. So he been 15. Dealing with grown niggas for a minute, bro. I'm telling you, I don't think it's an easy fight as you think. It's two light-skinned niggas going at it, first of all. And secondly,
I think Martin Luther King's like Batman too. He'll outsmart you and shit.
Yeah,
he's like,
that's what I'm saying.
What you saying? Malcolm X is just Bane with all brawn?
I'm not saying he would brawn, but I'm saying he would like square up with you, and he would like.
He probably give you a speech before he started punching at you.
Martin would like try to fucking put you in like some sort of maneuver and shit.
Martin Luther King knows submission holds and shit.
And you know, and also
this is in the name of Jesus.
I don't want to fight you.
See, and that's the thing too. I think it's
choking him out and
an
shit.
image thing too. Like obviously Malcolm's outward image was like, you know, I'm hard and I'm Nation of Islam and I'm this, that, and the other. But Martin had a different public image, but then we found out he had hoes. You know what I'm saying? And then there's plenty of pictures of Martin Luther King playing pool. He got the pool stick behind his back with a cigarette and shit. This nigga got down, bro.
I'm not saying he's a hoe. I'm just saying
he ain't no pushover is all I'm saying.
Malcolm X is like borderline superhero and shit.
Yeah.
So he's out here.
I don't know. I don't think it's as easy.
Look what I'm doing.
You can Google Martin Luther King MLK pool. That's it.
It was like, I don't want this in my search history.
As long as it's not like a swimming pool that that comes up with Martin Luther King. Look
pool
at that picture,
short
dog.
for the people.
Yeah, look at this nigga's cold, bro.
Hey.
Come on, bro. And look, the homies in the back, like
that's
my nigga.
The Reverend Doctor with a trick shot. Okay, that's just.
Come on, bro. This guy could run a fade. This nigga could run a fade, bro.
I'll beat your ass with this
That's
pool
what I'm saying.
stick.
And then you getting fucking
8-ball corner pocket, nigga. Don't you run up
Y'all
on
too
me.
hung up on the Spike Lee movie where Malcolm X hit niggas.
Look at his man's on the left and shit. He kind of look like a goon a little bit. Like, you know
that's what I'm saying.
You see how he had that point at the pocket? Tell his bitch ass nigga to shoot to his pocket down here. Don't you have that nigga shoot over there.
Right. Green ball in the side pocket, put 20 on it, nigga.
Nigga don't play with my money.
Brother Malcolm, where's the 10? You said you had it, my brother.
That's all I'm saying, bro. He had hoes. He's
So
out
we
here.
going Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
I'm just saying.
He kind of pudgy a little bit.
Now, he got more size on Malcolm.
Does he?
That's
more size on Malcolm.
Look. That's a thicker nigga,
Here's
man.
the problem, though. So we talk about them squaring up one-on-one. The moment, are we talking Malcolm post-Nation?
Yes, in their primes, yes.
Okay, because Malcolm with the Nation, as soon as Malcolm swing, as soon as Martin swing, they whooping Martin's ass. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying one-on-one, straight one-on-one.
Straight one-on-one?
Yeah, one-on-one.
I'm going Dr. King.
Yeah, I think Dr. King is not because also his whole thing is turn the other cheek. That means he could take a punch.
Yeah, nigga, you hit me right here like a bitch. I swear. Do you know I'm a mighty Morehouse man?
Yeah. Plus, Malcolm X is like, he had like some heavy drinking in his past. Like he probably wasn't taking care of
got the wind,
a lot of cocaine in his past.
Yeah. And Martin did a lot of marching, bro.
Yeah, he can't go the distance.
That nigga got Martin has cardio.
His cardio's crazy.
It's
crazy.
Yeah,
and Malcolm X's heart is like
all day. Yeah, that's it. You're right.
Wait, Malcolm X was gave Venn diagram? What?
You're right, because he was out there actually taking ass whoopings.
This is terrible.
Yeah,
this is horrible. I apologize, everybody.
I'm so mad we're doing it. Can we go to the next one?
All right, let's go to the next one. Who we got next?
Said Dr. King was taking ass whoopings so he could
Because the thought I had was like, this nigga took off fire hoses and dogs and shit. He'll beat Malcolm ass, though.
All right, so next we got James Baldwin versus Langston Hughes.
Ooh, shit.
What do you think will win? I'm going Langston Hughes just because size or whatever.
Yeah. James Baldwin will tell
James Baldwin definitely got some.
Man.
Yeah, he's definitely got some aggression like that shit we talk about where it's like, unlock that crazy shit in you. But he was very composed. He was,
I go Langston Hughes, bro.
He seemed like he was too.
Can you pull up James Baldwin versus Langston Hughes?
I mean, I know it don't matter if you're gay or whatever, but I feel like, you know what I mean? James Baldwin was gay, right?
Yeah, but also
he was
Langston Hughes was light skinned, right?
James Baldwin was dark. James Baldwin was dark as fuck.
Yeah, James Baldwin.
Don't type in James Baldwin versus Langston Hughes.
No, that's what I want to see. James Baldwin, you got to pull that up that way.
James Baldwin looks like every hood mechanic that's ever existed.
Yeah, he looks like JJ from Good Times.
Like, look at this nigga, bro. He got squabbles.
He fixed the shit out
James
the car.
Baldwin look like that dude that walk around with a cigarette hanging on his lip that can never fall, but he hold a full conversation with
He'll
you.
fix that carburetor. They
Photoshopped
photoshopped out a cigarette for sure.
Hey, Burns, your alternator ain't working that boy.
That's what I'm saying. He's that nigga, bro. But
he just flicked one, maybe.
If you put one of them niggas in school, they become James Baldwin. Start philosophizing about shit.
Okay, pull up Langston Hughes. Because this is going to be hella interesting.
Yeah, it's some pain in Baldwin's eyes. Let's look.
He's seen some shit.
Langston poetry. That's
James.
Yeah, nah.
This nigga look like
that Langston Hughes looked like he would scratch James Baldwin.
Langston looked like Uncle Phil's like older brother.
Yeah, nah.
This nigga looked like he frequented the lounges.
Right.
Debonair.
And we shouldn't judge a book by its cover.
This nigga named Langston also.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, whoop a nigga named Langston ass.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next one since we already going ahead? We already on our train.
Yeah, we done. Last one I think that's pretty much a done deal. We got Rosa Parks versus Harriet Tubman.
You didn't do Harriet Tubman versus Sojourner Truth?
No, I didn't.
No. Casual viewers don't know who Sojourner Truth is.
I mean, when you said black figures, I think that was my thought. But here Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks getting her ass whipped.
Wait,
are we all in agreement?
Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Wait.
Yeah, no, Rosa Parks getting her ass whipped.
I'm trying to find the words.
Hypothetically, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, everybody.
Wait, why did you type Rosa Parks action hero?
Is that a thing?
Is it Rosa Parks getting their ass whooped?
I mean,
yeah, Harriet Tubman is not.
You're right. Harriet Tubman is dog walking this bitch.
That's different.
Dog
walking this bitch.
Harriet Tubman is dog walking.
Harriet Tubman is dog walking me, bro.
Yeah,
Harriet Tubman is whooping up niggas from the back to the front of the bus and back again.
This bitch, she went from the back of the bus to prison. Harriet Tubman went from the South to the North several times.
First of all,
Harriet Tubman got a fucking
I need you to look at Harriet Tubman. I need you to look at a picture of Harriet Tubman.
You say Harriet Tubman got an 8-pack?
Yeah, she's fucking shredded. I guarantee it, bro. Guarantee it.
Wasn't she like a CIA agent too? Wasn't
Did
that
they
like
have the CIA back then?
I thought that was like a thing. She was like an operative for the.
Hold on,
They didn't have no damn CIA.
Yeah.
They didn't have electricity. What are they monitoring? How are you gonna fucking monitor?
I mean, look.
How
Wait.
you gonna investigate shits?
Oh my God. No, look at the handsome woman that we're looking at, bro. She would beat.
Does she got a do-rag on in that one?
Yeah,
You
like
see that one at the
She got
bottom?
sporting waves.
She invented the do-rag.
You know what? Hey man, I thought we was gonna make it to episode 10. This is it.
Yeah, we done with this
we
one.
ain't
My
making it
fault,
after
y'all.
this.
God damn.
Harriet Tubman was that old, you know how, remember that older grandmother that used to be on Instagram, she just passed recently, that didn't take shit? She was like, I ain't playing that shit. That was Harriet Tubman.
Yeah.
Harriet Tubman wasn't with the shits. She was like, yo, get your motherfucking ass on this railroad. If you want to stay back, she was shooting niggas that didn't want to leave.
Yeah, bro. She
was killing slaves. If you think Rosa Parks,
Yeah,
who
we
was
should have did Harriet Tubman versus Frederick Douglass.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
cleaner
that was-
fight. That's some
yeah.
more. See, now we got an interesting
I'm still
battle.
taking
Now we got a
Harriet.
battle
I'm still
here.
taking
You
Harriet.
still
though.
taking Harriet?
Still taking Harriet.
They had the same hair. Look at that.
She was,
No.
yes. You know how hard you have to go to free as many hundreds or thousands or
Listen,
however
I
the
do.
fuck-
I don't. But
Frederick Douglass's power was in his fingers and his
Yeah,
pen.
he went and talked
Yeah.
about it.
He went and just talked about it. Harriet Tubman was doing shit. Yo, it's been fun doing this show because this is it. This, nigga, look, nigga, this is it. Whoo, shit. Is there anything else we gotta say?
I wish we could have had George Washington Carver versus somebody because we was talking about
W.E.B. Du Bois.
again. Who, if you ain't had a Black History class, you probably don't know
hold
who
on,
that
peep
is.
this.
W.E.B.
Peep this,
Du Bois
though.
up there.
Peep
He
this,
mainstream.
yeah,
He a
W.E.B. Du Bois.
He a mainstream black
Yeah,
figure.
here's the
He
deal.
all-star.
Check this out. For all of our Florida viewers and listeners that aren't allowed to learn Black history anymore,
Yeah.
we just put them on.
That's right. But I think George Washington Carver wins all these fights because this nigga's like Iron Man, bro.
Yes, he was.
He
This nigga
do a
was-
suit out of just
Did
run
you know
on peanut
George
butter
Washington
and shit.
Carver
right,
invented the
bro.
first computer out of a peanut?
That's what I'm saying. And this
Throw a
nigga,
peanut grenade and shit.
right?
at you.
Yeah. It's like, how did you even do that?
And niggas don't even know back then they have peanut allergies. He just
Right,
sitting there
right.
murdering niggas.
And as our producer said earlier, that is all protein.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes. It's got
All protein.
his diet is crazy. He busting ass, dog. Shout out to George Washington Carver.
Yeah. Thanks for peanut butter, bro. That shit is fucking bracket.
This is my favorite and least favorite episode.
Yeah. Let's not air this one.
Oh, shit.
I hope none of my Morales professors see this shit.
Well, I want to thank y'all for making us have a fun ride because we probably
Yeah.
Episode 9, man. Thank y'all to everybody who is watching. We appreciate y'all. Fuck. If you watch, again, leave your who wins in the comments below. If you're listening, do the same. I think we're gonna have to apologize to the NAACP on the next episode.
Yeah. Jesse Jackson gonna come knock on my fucking door tonight. That's all good, bro.
That's hilarious.
Thank y'all for watching, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
hey.
yeah. By the
Primm
way,
Says Cinema, man, on YouTube. Moses Primm on Instagram. Moses Primm on everything. Follow me on Twitch. We'll be having a good time on there. That's all my social media, I think.
Chris.
Yeah, Chris _ please for all the things. So much shit is about to happen. I got all these ridiculous notions that I'm trying to get going. So stay tuned for that.
Yep.
Y'all know where I am. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Mr. J Washington. I ain't got to spell it. Y'all already know.
IMDb.com/
Yeah, whatever.
J Washington.
Fucking Mad Titan Podcast, where you heard earlier, Barbershop Talk for Nerds on Nerd Shit. But this is the thing I wanted to get through to make sure. Look, we've been doing this 9 episodes. If we're fortunate to be here next week with y'all, episode 10, we are doing it live.
Yes, sir.
We are doing it live via Moses Primm's Twitch.
Oh, you want to do it on Twitch? Or you want to do it on YouTube?
Or what?
From the channel. Let's do it from the channel.
Yeah, let's do it from the channel. So we'll be live here on the channel.
Yep.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. So we will be live. So you'll be able to interact and comment, and we'll be able to see you through the show while we're doing it. So we are gonna try some shit because you never know. We may make this a thing going forward where we're live and then you get the audio version and everything of the sorts. So stay tuned for that. Set your alarms, all this shit. So, oh, by the way, the time we're gonna do it next Sunday. That'll be the 26th of February at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern.
Now, give room for CP time because we
Absolutely.
it might be more like 2:30.
Yeah, it might be
2:45.
Might be 2:45. But just set your alarm for 2.
We're going to try our best to be 2.
And then make it end at about 4. So do that and make sure you join us. We will holler at y'all next week live. And if you're listening on the podcast, you'll have a new one as well. We out here. Bye.
Peace.
Hey.